Welcome everyone to the PJ's Cast. I'm your host Pierce, alongside of my good co-hosts Schmitty and Jimmy. Boys, how are we feeling about the Chicago Bears getting the first overall pick?
Oh, we're feeling fucking stacked, boys, are we not? I want to hear from you, Schmitty, though. You're the Bears aficionado of the podcast.
Give me all the draft picks.
Mm-hmm.
I want all the draft picks. Like, if it ain't 3 first-round picks, I don't want to hear it. Honestly.
Well, enough about the Blackhawks. Anyways, so yeah, the Bears got the first overall pick. Who's the Connor Bedard of this?
There's no Connor Bedard in this draft. It's very open.
Position.
It could be Bryce Young. It could be C.J. Stroud. It could be Will Levis. It could be Will Anderson. It could be Jalen Carter. Like, it could be like 6 or 7 people, arguably. It just depends on what team has the pick. Like, if we have it, it's probably Carter or Anderson. But if
we're doing that 2 or 3.
We trade it to a quarterback needy team, you're looking at a bunch of first round picks, and they're probably going to go take Bryce Young or Will Levis most likely, or C.J. Stroud, depending, or like barring how he played in the college football playoff. But I mean, having the number 2 pick would have given them like roster flexibility, like with the cap space they already have. But this just takes it to a whole new level. Like, there's just, you control the draft now. Yeah. And that could go their way in so many different ways. And if they want to keep the pick at the end of the day, you could take an elite pass rusher. So I'm glad the season's over, because that season was hard to watch at times. But yeah, with first number 1 pick since 1947. So should be fun. Last time they were close to a number 1 pick, they lost a coin flip. They lost a coin flip for Terry Bradshaw back in the 70s. So that's the closest they've been to the number 1 pick before. So God bless Lovie Smith.
The NFL and their coin flips, eh?
Fuck, good history lesson from
big moments
here. Holy moly.
Yeah. So isn't football draft, isn't it more like positional need? Like, you go based off position as opposed to best player? Or am I wrong on that? I don't know.
It depends on the team, honestly. Like, you could argue the Bears are in a situation right now where they could just go best player available because they need so much. But most of the time, teams are picking for like roster holes most of the time. So that's what leads to like certain trade ups, certain players getting taken as fast as they do. Like last year, there were a bunch of wide receivers getting taken because a lot of wide receiver needy teams were trading up for those picks. I'm curious to see what position it's going to be this year. It might be quarterback, but I don't know. This quarterback class doesn't move me like the other ones have in the past. I'm just glad we don't need to be picking a quarterback. And if we do, I might be done being a Bears fan. So that's all
There's no way they do. There's no way they do that.
No, there's no way. And if they do, I don't even know what to say anymore.
I mean, I know there's been a lot of Houston talk. You know, Houston needs a quarterback. They're right behind. You know, might as well move up a spot.
Weren't the Texans, if they lost, wouldn't they have got first overall? And then
they went for 2 to win like madmen.
Lovie Smith, always a Bear, forever.
Well, my Bengals made it back to the playoffs, so that's cool, I guess. Won the AFC North.
Yep, Joe Burrow's doing his thing.
Mm-hmm. I think I saw a tweet regarding Joe Burrow, and he's just like, the window to win a Super Bowl for me is every year. Like, I respect that's my quarterback right there.
That's awesome. I did not see that. Gotta love confidence.
I think they played Baltimore. They played Baltimore today. They beat them, and then I think they play them again in the playoffs. So again, I really only follow the Bengals like singularly. I don't really follow much of the rest of the league, so I don't know like if the Ravens are good. Like, Bengals obviously had a better record than them. They get home field advantage, but I don't know how exactly that's going to work out. So, but nonetheless, I'll be cheering them on. And also, I'm glad that Damar Hamlin is okay, because that was a scary scene.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
for sure.
Just like I didn't watch the game, but I remember, I think it was that night. I forget which World Juniors game it was, but I remember I think it was the Slovakia-Canada game, and it was just all that madness. And then right after, it's like everyone's like, "Oh my God, I hope he's okay." And I'm like, "What's happening here?" And then I check, and that happened. So the NFL, man, oh man, like just the whole NFLPA, like the way they handled that was awful. Good thing the teams decided they didn't want to play on. Thank God for that, because if that weren't up to them, then they would have continued playing that game. So Thankfully,
literally the entire league was fucking coming together. It was good to see. Like you said, in light of fucking PA, I mean, you can't really rely on these big leagues to have good PA, sadly, especially in these like emotional situations.
Yeah. But yeah, I can't really say much other than I'm glad he's doing okay and that he's. I think they they FaceTime his teammates and like he seemed in good spirits, and that's really all you can hope for, and hopefully he has a speedy recovery as well.
Seemed like he was turning a corner later in the week, so it's great to see the recovery he's having right now.
All right, so I don't know. Do you guys have anything else to talk about football? We can move on to our favorite team in the whole world.
The Toronto Maple Leafs.
No, the Blue Jays, baby.
Oh, both of them, right?
Because
you and I, Pierce, we're from the six. We're the six gods, you know? We rep.
Even Stevie, she just came up. She's just like, yo, I heard the six. I gotta come up and represent. She's like,
yeah, dude, you see all the way first. She's repping the She's repping the fucking.
She's repping the Argonauts, the Toronto Argos.
No, it's the Leaf Stadium Series jerseys from like 2018, dude. What are you talking about?
No, Steve was not a Leafs fan. She's more of an Argos fan, and then the Toronto FC MLS club, whatever the hell that is. Anyways, but no, the Blackhawks they won last night or the other night. I can't remember. Again, old time is blending together, and if I'm being honest, like this is probably the season I've watched the least amount of hockey, just because work and life, and I've also been keeping track of the CHL mostly. Well, we'll talk about the CHL later because there's been a lot of interesting trades because I think the trade deadlines for all those leagues are coming up in like a day or a couple of days or something like that. But yeah, the Blackhawks got their 9th win. They're still the only team in the NHL without win. Yeah, I remember at the beginning of the year, we're just like, are they maybe a little too good? And for a couple months, no, they are exactly what we thought they would be. Masterful tank job, and like just looking at the standings right now, like less than 10 wins, they have 22 points. The next closest team is the Columbus Blue Jackets. They are 4 points ahead. Like I think they're fine. They're definitely gonna get a top 5 pick at the absolute worst. But all the losing, it's nice to see a win in there. It's nice to see Alex Stalock get a shutout. God bless his soul. He has a 921 on this godforsaken team, and
I was going to
probably
say
the most
spectacular, man, for this team. It's incredible.
He's a win, and he has like a Batman 500 record. He's 5-5-1, and probably the two best, definitely most consistent Blackhawks this season. Obviously, Alex Stalock and Jake McCabe got that goal last night. Good for him. And the Blackhawks brought him in to be that top 4 guy in free agency of 2021, kind of off year last year, I guess. I thought he was all right, but this year he's probably been the best, most consistent Blackhawk. Him and Stalock, and it's again not too many positive this year. It's more so like what's going to happen in the next few months, whether that's the trade deadline and the draft and Rockford. They're doing well as well. It's more focusing on that as opposed to the NHL roster, which is
you're picking daisies in a wasteland. You're just not going to find much. I mean, yeah. Colin Blackwell, at least, yeah. You're talking about Colin Blackwell.
Shut up. No one cares about Colin Blackwell. Oh, my God.
You don't listen to the real fans. Are you an offensive fan, Dylan?
Yeah, the real fans care about his 3 puck or zone entries a game or whatever he does. Because I swear, I've never seen a player just get cardio more than this guy. Like, he doesn't do.
Bro got his cardio.
Actually, you know what? I'll catch myself. He kills penalties. That's fine. But like,
and he plays in the Bears in his spare time.
Don't get it twisted.
But he's on IR for the Bears. That's why he's playing for the Hawks right now.
I was looking this up, Pierce. So the Hawks have played 38 games.
Mm-hmm.
In their first 6 games. In their first first 6 games, they won 4. Mm-hmm. In the next 32, they have won 5.
Now, which was more accurate? I'm going to go with the first 6.
Yeah.
No, I think that
Dylan. If you take out like most of their bad games, they're undefeated.
Listen, like if you like close one eye and then like really close the other eye, it looks fine.
5.
I don't know.
You look at the losses, you just close the eyes with losses.
Right? Like it just looks so much better.
Wins.
Well, according to 2017, you can based off of 4 games, whether that's winning or losing. So you know what? I'm going to go with the 6 games at the beginning of the year. I think this.
So you're going to start an argument like Evolving
Wait,
Wild?
Sorry, are we Canucks management right now? Is this what we're doing? Sorry, guys. Look at the last 10 games of our season. We're totally.
No, Schmitty, are we the Predators management right now?
Ooh. Actually,
transition.
You're right. You are right. You want to talk about the kings of mediocrity? You know what? I'm ready to dive into this right now.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and pull up their stat sheet. The Nashville Predators, for everyone curious, I would assume, because who actually follows the Predators that's not a Predator fan. They currently sit with 42 points, which is like right in the middle of the
double them more than the Blackhawks. Surely they're a good team.
Surely they're good. Surely they're not out of a playoff spot right now and sitting on the brink of mediocrity with their leading point getter probably having like 25 points or something. I don't know. I just know that like Nito Niederreiter leads their team in goals with like 10. And like that's acceptable on the Blackhawks. That's not acceptable on a team that's trying to win.
That is weird to me.
Oh, sorry. Philip Forsberg has 34 points. My bad, guys. He's actually worth the 8x8 that they signed him to. Also, just want to say this real quick. Apparently, what would it take to trade for Matthias Ekholm? What fucking year is it?
Are we in 2021 again? Are we in 2022 again? We're time traveling right now.
Did David Poile hang on to his guys too long? No. He couldn't have done that again. No, there's no way. There's no way he did it again. Oh, yeah, he did. He did, and he did it really bad. Like Tanner Jeannot has like 5 points this year.
What happened?
Yeah, guys, but like Jack-Off Trennan's really good. So
yeah, that team, we've talked about it time and time. We've talked about this for 2
Ilya
years.
Tolvanen on waivers, by the way, and Phil Tomasino in the minors because there's no room for him in the lineup. John Hines, elite head coach, ladies and gentlemen.
Bro,
sorry, that's the last thing I'm going to say about that.
Or whatever his name is.
Oh my God. I know a good amount of Prince fans, and I know a good chunk of them are blocked by Cole Smith. It is a mess in that fan base and on that team. You got reporters telling the fans they don't know enough. You got fans screaming about the management that hasn't done anything in years and years. A GM that hasn't done anything in over 2 fucking decades.
Hey, come on. They traded a 7th-round pick for Eric and Fredson. If that's not moving the needle,
I'm so happy that
guys, they signed Nito Niederreiter.
That was amazing.
That's the straw that stirred the drink. Like, come on now.
Hey, he almost scored a goal when they were clinching a playoff spot in 2021. So clearly he had an impact. If he hits that one-timer, that's a 7th-round pick worth right there.
Yeah, and it's also the year 2023, and Ryan Johansson still isn't good. It's crazy how that works.
Yeah, they should have moved that contract a couple of years back when he was all right. Was it last year? Whatever. But you said, we've had this conversation again and again every single year. They're not very good. Let's move Ekholm. Maybe Forsberg should go. Maybe Yossi's off limits. I think that's
you should have moved for you Forsberg last year. You could have got a haul.
Yeah. Should have moved Forsberg. Should have moved Ekholm a year ago or a year before that. Honest to God, move Saros. Like he's
literally the only reason Blackhawks territory right now. He had 64 saves on 67 shots.
The same number as David Kampf. It's insane.
It has to be a sign.
And the Maple Leafs haven't won the Cup since 1967. 64.
Bro, he was so close.
Wow. It would have been more funny if it was 69 anyways, but literally the only thing not keeping them from Bedard right now and maybe close to Blackhawks level is UC Saros.
It's like watching the Blackhawks in 2019 and 20. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say I'm curious as to how Askarof's doing, and because I know he's in Milwaukee right now. So if he's ready like next year, you might have to start having those internal conversations about moving UC Saros.
And he's on that cheap contract too.
You could get a haul. I know goalies don't get a haul, but oh man. If you're going to get a 1 for a goalie, UC Saros could fetch you a 1.
No, you're literally trading an elite goalie in their prime. That guy's going to get a haul. This is completely different than than really most goalie trades we see at all.
Goalies are just so volatile, and like there's Andre Vasilevsky, there's Connor Hellebuyck. Those are the probably two of the best
Igor
goalies in the
Shesterkin.
NHL. And it just anywhere after that, it just like it changes year to year basis. I think UC Saros is like one of the few goalies where he's like right up there. Like he's probably a top 5 goalie in the NHL.
By the way, in 22 games, Askarov has a 2.
How dare you? I was gonna say that. Whatever.
And sorry, no, go ahead, Pierce. Tell him the save percentage.
905
Yes,
in
sir.
22 games. Now,
Oh, so he's no Arvid Soderblom. Okay, anyways.
Not yet.
Yet. Oh,
Not
jeez.
yet.
Not yet.
How has Soderblom been doing? I'm gonna check on that as well.
Soderblom's hurt.
Soderblom's
if I
injured
recall.
right now.
He's got a groin.
He has a groin? That
Yes,
sucks.
I know.
I didn't think he had a groin.
Me neither. It's crazy.
This is unfortunate.
It's unfortunate. I really didn't think he did.
So after this year, UC Saros has 2 more years at $5 million.
Yeah, you're telling me someone wouldn't throw a first round pick for that? Come on now.
At
Like-
least.
Or
At
would you
least,
want to
like-
hold on that to the off season, maybe? I mean,
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. Like, if Askarov
oh,
turns it
okay.
around in the offseason, do you have that conversation? I don't think you should move him at the deadline. That's a draft day move. if
Sorry,
anything.
my brain. I was looking at stats. My brain went to deadline. I apologize. Yeah, but
No, you're good. But there's like, I could think of at least like 4 or 5 teams that would trade for him on the spot, starting with like
Los
St.
Angeles.
Louis in their own division.
Ottawa.
Like Toronto, once like they realize that their goaltending sucks.
But I thought
Edmonton.
I thought everything was good.
Cheers.
They had 920 save percentage.
Guys, they had 930 goaltending in early November again. Like, certainly this isn't going to fall off a cliff again.
The 18-wheeler isn't going off the cliff for like the 10th time.
Dude,
No.
I just listened to the podcast for Steve Dangle from like, I had to have been like early December when Jonas Siegel came out with that article saying like, is the Leafs goaltending sustainable? And everyone shit on him like a month ago. I bet he's sitting there just like, man, I really should bump this article again and just show everyone that I was right. Like, oh, Sammy fell off a cliff. But Nashville could beat that by trading Saros and trade him at his peak. Because, I mean, if I recall, Kevin Lankinen's playing very well this year for Nashville. It seems like you could throw anyone back there and they're going to stop pucks.
Yeah, if you're playing
You gotta have the
in front of Roman
conversation.
or playing behind Roman Yossi at home, like you're probably gonna be all right.
McDonough, Fabro, like
That
Good
goal
career.
It's just more so putting the puck in the net.
maybe they just need an Eric Gustafson because he
After they
has 7
give up
goals now this season.
67
Hey,
shots.
hey, did you know in like a 3-week span he has the most points by defenseman not named Erik Karlsson?
Yeah, Jimmy, I'm sorry. That's the worst thing the Leafs have done this year is resurrect Eric Gustafson from the dead. Like,
It was fueled-
single-handedly, they
boy.
resurrected that motherfucker.
They fueled the Gus bust.
Yeah,
he had no goals. Then he gets
Dude,
a hat
he's
trick
in
and
my
should have
fucking-
7 now.
He's quite literally in my nightmares. I was having a nap before this. I got a little power nap in, before the
You saw a
podcast.
beautiful Swedish man in your nightmares? Damn, that sounds terrible.
That would be nice. But I know I wake up and I look at my phone. Eric Gustafson, 7th tally of the year. I'm like, okay.
It's
All
like
right.
South
What
Park
fucking
where-
year are we in? What year are we in?
Yeah, what year are we in? Once again,
but come
Ekholm's
on.
on the block. Gustafson's rattling in pucks like on a 20-goal rate. I hate
4 years old. It's 4 years and
Ah!
nothing changed.
he has the same amount of goals as
Wait.
fucking Heiskanen.
Hold
Oh
on.
my god.
I just
do
wanted
that.
to make the comparison for
Wait, Pierce,
Erik
I think you'll hear
Gustafson.
something you remember.
What?
Fuck, okay. Sorry, Apollo was screaming.
I'm trying to make a reference. to South
Pierce
Park.
trying to make a point, guys.
He was on his Apollo takes. I wanted to get it raw on
Oh, I
the
couldn't
mic.
even hear. What I wanted to say.
Don't just be
was
thinking
interrupted-
out loud. Don't call him Ed Sheeran.
Before I'm interrupted for the 5th time, I just wanted to say, you know what? It's like that scene from South Park where Butters is the pimp, and then Butters is like, you could make some serious fucking money, and then Carmen's like, dude, we created a monster, and that's like the Make Believe allowing that hat trick right now. Dude, we've created a monster. That's
Yeah.
Like
that's
crab
what I had to
people.
do.
That's literally that's what Gustafson is. He's crab people. Take over.
Crab people.
Oh, jeez.
My favorite activity is looking at the Nashville Predators. Cap friendly though.
Oh boy.
I
Who's
have some
going on
cap
waivers
friendly
next
people.
year? That's the real question. Is Colton Sissons finally going to bite the bullet?
Philip Tomasino to the Hawks, baby. That's what's going to
No, I think they're going to put Dante
Ooh.
Fabro on waivers. They got to make room for Ben Harper when they sign him in free agency again.
Oh my gosh! So they can get that. They can get that active.
Dude, they need that insurance, that defenseman that slots in as the insurance piece and can join the rush and shoot the puck in transition.
As shown below.
shoot the puck.
I'm sorry. Like, Ben Harper's probably a really nice guy, but that has got to be one of like the most funny dick writing tweets I've ever seen in my
The
life.
funniest part of that tweet was that was his first career NHL goal. It might
It's his only goal. That was his only goal at the time.
And he shot the puck in transition. So what about
But
it?
sorry, Kyle Dubasites have to fucking meat ride the hell out of whoever he signs. So we got a Ben Harper fucking tweet.
I think that's
I will not stand for this Ben Sherrod slander.
Oh my god.
Or not Ben Sherrod, pardon me, Ben Harper. Goodness.
I was gonna say Ben Shapiro. I'm like, yeah, I can stand it.
Nobody, world's strongest Dubasite. We're gonna fucking murder you. Like a stupid SpongeBob meme. Oh my
Going
god.
to kill you.
Okay,
Oh my
the
god.
Nashville Predators cap friendly, 8.5 for the next 8 years. Matt
That's
Duchene,
Forsberg.
$8 million for the next 4 years.
Dude,
Brian
we're halfway done
Johansson,
with this shit.
$8 million for the next 3 years. Mikhail Granlund, $5 million for the next 3 years. Nino Niederreiter, this actually isn't a bad signing. $4 million for the next 2 years. Here's my favorite one though. Colton Sissons, 2.857143 for the next 4 years.
We just hit the halfway point of the 8-year deal.
Dude, it's like how he's gonna be elected. He's elected to a second term. He's got to finish out those 4 years.
Colton Sissons
Bro,
got a
oh
lot
my
of
god.
them.
Colton
I'm
Sissons
celebrating
better than Trump?
4 more
Question
years
mark?
of Colton Sissons, baby.
Make Nashville great again. Colton Sissons on the fucking billboard. Kill
And
me.
then for the defense,
Like I was just gonna say, like, this is literally Minnesota, but Minnesota got lucky and found Kirill Kaprizov in the 5th round 8 years ago, so they're saved.
Even Minnesota found like a good forward for once in a draft ever.
Yeah, and like, don't get me wrong, Nashville has decent prospects, but like, dude, it's bleak. It's bleak.
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, Cole Smith is a guy we
Cole
brought up.
Smith.
Well, we can't
Jimmy's
forget
favorite
about
player.
Mark Jankowski also on the team.
Isn't Cody Glass on the team?
Yes, he is.
Yep.
And hey, if it weren't for the fact that Michael McCarron's in the HLPA systems, I hope actually everything's going on with him. But I know Preds fans gave him a hard time. But yeah, Kemmel is in the minors. Tomasino is in the minors. Zach Sanford is in the minors as well.
Oh.
They got a couple of
Zach
guys.
Sanford's a Predator? Since when?
I think it was waivers. No, whatever. I might have been a guess.
I thought he was still a Senator. Oh, shit. Okay.
I thought he won
Interesting.
America.
Zach Sanford's going to be the next Jujhar Khaira on the Blackhawks. Get ready.
We're excited, Hawks Nation.
He's not. No, he's not cool enough to be Dujar Carrot. Come on.
He's not sexy enough as Jujhar Khaira.
Also, that yes.
No, that's a good point, Jimmy.
Yeah.
But yeah, like they have a few guys, but like no one that really moves the needle outside of the scare off really. And
Knowing our luck, they'll get Bedard. Kill me with fire.
No, there's no way.
no, that's St. Louis, man. St. Louis and Nashville are gonna go 1 and 2. That's what's gonna happen. I'm calling it right now.
Seriously, we're trying to have a good mental health year this year, so if we could just pump
No.
the brakes.
Good mental health doesn't exist when we talk about hockey on the
Oh
show.
no, and particularly when it involves the Blackhawks.
Yep.
So why don't we talk about
No. Anyways, and I remember what was that article Mark Lazarus wrote like a while back when the Blackhawks played the Predators, and he was like, "Oh, the Blackhawks are terrible right now, but it could be worse. They could be the Nashville Predators." Everyone's like, "Hey, wait a minute!" And then they read the article and are like, "Oh, okay." He brought up.
Or if you could, I mean, I'm sorry, it doesn't take that long to figure out what he was trying to say. Why would you want to be the Blackhawks? Oh, because they have a better future in front of them right now, and they have a GM that's actually building towards that. Do you want to have David Poyle still? Do you want to have nothing in your fucking cupboard? That's great. Yeah. Stay mediocre. Don't have anything. We know what that's like. You can have that. That's fine.
Yeah, but guys, they're going all in for that first round exit.
They gotta get ass whooped by the I don't know about the Avalanche, but the Dallas Stars or the Vegas, even like
The Winnipeg Jets.
the Jerks. That's right. Even the
Literally,
Jerks.
no, the Winnipeg Jerks. I don't like to beat up on teams for like. Well, I do, but I don't like to pick on teams that aren't the Ottawa Senators or the New Jersey Devils or the other Winnipeg Jets. Man, Rick Bowness, Mark Scheifele, Blake Wheeler. No, that's like.
Hey, that's ruptured testicle.
I was gonna say, yeah.
Laddie.
Happy
Yeah,
holidays,
literally,
Blake
I saw
Wheeler.
that
Has her
and just-
busted nut, literally.
Oh no. Anyway,
And also Josh Morrissey is like a Norse caliber defenseman. He just decided, yeah, I'm gonna be that now.
Dude, Blake Wheeler got front row seats to the Nutcracker during the holiday season. You know how expensive those are? Holy shit.
damn it.
His doctor's gonna be so jealous.
Dude, you already busted a nut 6 days into the year. You got to focus on the game, dude.
Don't tell him what happened on January 6th. I busted a nut.
Blake Wheeler, some captain, just busting a nut in the middle of the game. Focus on your fucking team, dude.
Come on, media. We need our real headlines.
That just shows how selfish of a leader he is. He cares about his own nuts.
Busted a nut for his boys.
I'd personally give up 3 nuts for the team. He won't even give up 1. How selfish. All right, enough about Blake Wheeler's testicles.
No, you know what? Let's talk more about Blake.
I'll just name it ruptured. Ruptured. Ruptured.
Oh gosh.
By the way,
Anyways,
the Eric Gustafson goal
They're
against
terrible.
Columbus is the only goal holding up right now in the game.
Oh my
Just wanted to bring it up. It's almost
Get excited, Preds Nation.
Welcome back,
Oh.
Backstrom and Wilson. You're getting carried by Eric Gustafson. You should be ashamed.
Welcome
of
to the
yourselves.
Eric Gustafson show, baby. Alex Ovechkin, who? No, that's right. The
Just
Gus
hang on
bus.
by this-
All aboard the Gus bus.
Well, I need to see this for myself.
The Gus bus is like on fire, but it's still driving. So just get out of its way.
It's on
They ain't
fire,
running out of
but it
fuel
doesn't stop,
anytime
baby.
soon. Anyways,
Hey, but
yeah, the Nashville Predators are mediocre, and I hope they get beat in the first round again. I hope they make the playoffs and just get destroyed in the first round. That's
Oh
what
my
I hope.
god. Same fucking shot he did against the Leafs. I love it here.
How about we talk about the Leafs? How are things in Leafs Nation right now?
Didn't you hear William Nylander's on a 50-goal pace? He's clearly better than
Oh.
everyone, and they can't afford him
Oh.
anymore.
But Magic
Mhm.
Mitchie Marner had like a point streak, and he's in the All-Star game.
Who's going to the All-Star game?
I'll be honest, it's just kind of the same old. Defense is a bit improved.
Same
Offense
old
is
shit.
dynamic,
Same old fucking shit.
And the goaltending is subpar. So
I was told.
But I heard Connor Timmins is going to win the Norris. So what's the deal?
I heard that people need to shut the fuck up. So Yeah.
I heard Callie Yarncroke's winning a Selkie.
Did I see another
What's going
fucking
on?
tweet from Tostila, dude.
co-winners with David Kent.
Connor Timmins scratch. Oh.
Guys, I got the hack sheet for the 2023 Cup winner, and it's fucking Philip Tomasino on the 3rd line with Ryan O'Reilly on the 2nd line. Every time he does a Ryan O'Reilly tweet or trade thing, I just want to be like, "Oh, buddy, you're getting John."
What do you mean? Don't they have Pontus Holmberg already, who is Ryan O'Reilly?
You're right. My bad. They
Oh
don't need
my
a trade
God.
deadline acquisition. That's their top 6 left wing. There he is. Also, Kerfoot's back on his 50-point pace bullshit. They're fine.
Hey, he had like a thing, a celebration of some sort. I can't remember.
400 or
It
whatever.
was like 400 games for footer. Yeah.
footer.
Foot Hive, rise up. Let's
Foot
fucking
Hive.
go,
Quentin
baby.
Tarantino. Be
I remember
like,
you put in the chat, it's
Yeah,
just
no.
like Foot Hive, rise up, and then I posted that gif of Quentin Tarantino, where you're just like in a sunglass, so like yeah.
Oh yeah. Anybody say foot?
Somebody say football? No, we said foot.
Where are we? Foot, no ball, only foot.
Yee.
Okay. I just noticed fucking Holland in the notes. Did you just add that, Jimmy? Or who?
I added that.
Oh, you
because-
added that.
Fuck
Why don't-
Ken Holland, and I wanted to point out that the Oilers are out of a playoff spot right now with Connor McDavid on a 160-point pace because like their 5th leading scorer has like 5 points. They're just such a shameless franchise.
That graph where it's like all of the Kraken's point scores. So like the top is obviously McDavid, Draisaitl. Then it's like the whole Kraken's like 12 forward lineup, and then it's like the Oilers depth underneath those guys' points.
Dude, like Evander Kane is still like their 5th leading forward, and he's been out for God knows how long. Like Kyler Yamamoto has 10 points. Klim Kostin is like the savior, and he's got 9 points in 25 games.
I'm gonna run off the leaders if you don't
your
mind.
franchise is maybe not in the greatest state right now when Klim Kostin is your savior. Sorry, but
it's bad. Like it's just so bad.
Connor McDavid has.
Why is Brad Malone getting 10 games in 2022?
Brad Malone!
Oh my God.
McDavid's got 76. Draisaitl 62. Nuge 48. Hyman 44. Good for you, Zach.
Dude, Dylan Holloway has 5 points. Like what is
Zachary
going on?
The attackery, baby.
Dude, Zachary on the attackery has 20 goals.
Yeah, besides Zachary, Nuge, Draisaitl, McDavid.
Shit, maybe he was the strongest or the drink.
An injured Evander Kane. Yeah, the next one is Kyler Yamamoto with 10 points. In between there, you got Barry Nurse, Bouchard, which great. Your defense should be scoring when you've got guys who are better offensively than they are defensively. They better be fucking scoring.
Ryan McLeod, 9 points in 28 games. That's not going to cut it there. And that does seem like a guy that was poised for a breakout. And yeah, like 21 points in 71 games this last year. That's ho hum. But you think with the playoffs he had, he'd maybe take a bit of a step? Nah, not quite so. Like Warren Fogle, 7 points in 20.
Dude, no, but it's just I just feel so bad for Oilers fans because like the whole reason Ken Holland doesn't make deadline moves anymore is because he got burned in the COVID year when he bought Mike Green and Andreas Athanasiou.
Of years, like a once in a lifetime thing. Oh, I'm not.
When's my 30 for 30 on how the Blackhawks have ruined Connor McDavid's prime? Because like I'm sorry, the Blackhawks beating them in the bubble has caused Ken Holland to not make moves anymore. He will not buy at the deadline. His buy was getting a fucking wife beater last year. Congratulations.
Yeah.
And that wasn't even trading. That was signing a guy, which is like that whole situation. I don't even know how it's legal. He's an Oiler right now with the Sharks. Like whatever.
Yeah.
Well, no, he wanted to create a great locker room culture there, and people been certainly still at the top. Like like. Just when the Oilers aren't winning, a lot of this stuff comes out. Also, Devon Shore, 3 points in 29 games, 0 goals.
Oh, not great, Bob.
Boy.
And then I think I saw Elliot Freeman like, oh, they don't want to make a trade for a defenseman. They want to give Broberg a longer look. And then I look at Philip Broberg, only 15 games so far. Like, which one is it?
They're just lucky Bouchard hasn't, like, Bouchard actually did bust because, like, he could have so easily busted in that situation. And Bouchard has blossomed into the defenseman. I think everyone.
I thought we're done talking about. Never mind.
Oh, I'm sorry.
But yeah, like McDavid, he's having a season that like Mario Lemieux and Jaromir Jagr had in the 1990s, and they might not make the playoffs. They might not even make the playoffs.
It's ridiculous.
It's not. It's honestly so unbelievably stupid. Well, and like we didn't even talk about Jack Campbell having like an 870. Like didn't even talk about that.
McDavid's doing incredible, but like if Stuart Skinner isn't as good as he is right now, they're probably closer to Blackhawks territory than they are to like an actual playoff spot.
The problem with the Oilers right now is if you could stop their power play, they're a one-line team. They're beatable.
That's all.
Like we joked about it during the bubble. Like the Hawks shockingly matched up well with the Oilers just because they didn't have the bottom six. The Oilers didn't either.
The Oilers' worst like possible matchup was the Blackhawks.
Which is so stupid to think, but it's true.
It's more so like on the Oilers for building a bad team that
100% it's on the
Blackhawks.
Like, you couldn't beat Brandon Saad, Dominic Kubalik, and Jonathan Taves. That was your kryptonite. Like,
they couldn't beat Oli Mata and Slater Cuckoo. And one
dude,
can't forget Matthew Highmore. Oh,
like, last year, you got an excuse. You lost to the Cup champs. Like, yeah, you got swept, but, like, it was a good run. Like, that's what you want. Like, you can't even... You have a literal cheat code if you could get into the playoffs. Like, he is a fucking walking point machine. And you might not even get into the dance with, like you said, the guys having the best season since the 90s. Like,
dude, the best season we've seen in our lifetimes.
And, like, it's not even just him that's having, like, one of the best seasons of our lifetime. Erik Karlsson's on pace to get over 100 points this year. And, like, he's on a losing team. It's going to get wasted. Like, I know no one's going to trade for that contract, but, like, holy smokes, if you're going to move Erik Karlsson any year, this is the year to do it. Like, oh.
Yeah, hold up.
It's a shame that some of the best players in this, like, Tage Thompson's not in the playoff spot right now. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, there's the three best players, McDavid, Karlsson,
and he could win the fucking Rocket, for God's sake. Like, it's insane.
That's just insane. He's going to get fucking 60 goals.
Dude, I love Tage Thompson. He's amazing.
I mean, in all fairness to the Sabres, like, if we went by points percentage, they would be like the Islanders are in that second wild card spot. They have 46 points in 41 games. The Sabres have 42 points in 37 games. So they're within striking distance.
They're on the cusp, but it's just like, man, if we have like, it's just some of these guys are having historic seasons and they might not even play playoff hockey this year. Like, it's just
David still has 3 years after this.
Yeah, and he leads the team in goals, assists, and points.
Do you think he's – oh, man.
Or the league, sorry, not just the team. My bad. You know, like every player in the league, he leads that. Crazy.
I know it's a dumb conversation to have in the beginning of January, but, I mean, it's not crazy.
Connor McDavid to the New York Rangers. Let's go!
It's happening, Jimmy. Year late, but it's happening.
Oh, no. I didn't say it was going to happen then. It's going to happen free agency.
Oh, yeah, my bad. You're right. Because then they'll just pay him out the wazoo.
But, man, how do you not request a trade after this? How do you not fucking request a trade? I understand hockey and loyalty. And yes, Connor McDavid is a robot that says whatever he needs to say. I get that. But holy shit, dude. He has been the best player year in, year out.
I'll just say
nearly every year he's been in the league.
Talented because he has the personality of a cardboard. Anyways,
all I'm going to say is, like, I don't mean to like bring up the Steve Dangle podcast again, but when I work, I listen to him. Like, I've been listening to him lately. And Jesse said it best. I don't think this guy realizes how much power he has with this organization.
That's a great way.
You have the Oilers by the balls.
Yeah.
Like,
he has the league.
They're done.
He could request any fucking team and they would get him. Literally any team would pay for him, whatever they need to pay.
It's not even that. It's like go to Ken Holland straight up and just be like, listen, you're gonna go get me another top six winger. You're gonna go get me another defenseman. You're gonna go get us these pieces to go win a Stanley Cup because I'm having the best season since Mario fucking Lemieux. Like, I don't know how long it's gonna take till it registers into this GM's head that he has to act now because his franchise player is having a generational season. Generational season.
But have you considered?
And I know we say that about McDavid a lot, but like
that's the thing with him. Every year he's having a great season, and every year you don't capitalize on that, it's a failure. Like last year is the closest they've gotten to it, and now this year they might not even get back to the playoffs.
Dude, he's just gonna fall into the Ovechkin that conversation Ovechkin got stuck in for like 8 years.
Joker can't win.
Good, but he can't win. I wouldn't have it on my team if I was going to win.
He needs to be
I don't think it'll happen as much just because he's Canadian. I feel like with Ovechkin, there was a lot of xenophobia attached to that argument. But
you'd be surprised, dude. Like, Cups talk. That's all I'm going to say. Cups talk.
Yeah. No, I get you.
When it's all said and done, he could have all those accolades. But I'm sorry. Go look at like the top 25 scorers of all time. All of them have a cup. Only guy who doesn't, I think, is Dion.
That's like
I was gonna say.
Yeah, it's like the famous one, right?
He cannot. The fact that we're even entertaining this conversation right now is ridiculous. Like, the kid's 26, he's gonna be fine. He's gonna win a cup eventually. But like we are, like Pierce said, we are wasting prime fucking years in McDavid. And it's annoying to watch, honestly.
Dude, as someone who lives in Edmonton, it's painful. It is. Like, again, the Oilers aren't my first team, but I want to see them win. I want to see a cup parade in Edmonton. Like, ugh.
Dude, if any team was going to break the Canadian curse, that would have been the team to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he's got to be the one to do it. Or Toronto, if they can actually buck out. But,
Don't bet on it.
Don't bet on it.
Don't count on it.
It's just so frustrating. Like, that's why I put that note in there. Because it's just like, I don't care if they have 45 points this year and they're hanging on to a wild card spot. Dude, like you're in the Pacific Division and the Pacific Division's like Vegas and
what we started it off with is enough. If you are just outside a playoff spot and that is the balance in your lineup scoring, that is an easily fixable problem. Yeah. You know what you could have done?
A fireable offense.
You know what you could have done? Look at, for example, Nino fucking Niederreiter. You told me he couldn't just play at least second line minutes with Draisaitl and put in 20, 25 a year? You told me he couldn't fucking do that? Because he could. Absolutely. For fuck's sake, there are scraps on the table every free agency. And 90% of those guys could do more of the shit than 75% of their fucking lineup. Sorry. No, it's absolutely fucking ridiculous. This is
hey guys, they were best player in this generation. They were in this situation last year. The same thing will happen. Yeah, because you should be in a wild card spot every year, midway through the year, with two of the best players in the game of hockey, two what are going to be Hall of Famers, two Hart winners, and you can barely hang on to the playoffs for 2 years in a row now.
It's honestly just some of the worst management you've ever seen from an organization. Like, I'm sorry, when was the last time an organization fumbled a generational talent? Like, dead ass. Like, Crosby and Ovechkin had good teams their whole career. Like, God, I'm not even putting Matthews in that conversation, but at least Matthews hasn't been on shit teams. Like, at least
they're in the playoffs every year, hasn't he?
Yes, every year he's been in the playoffs. Like, McKinnon only missed it like twice.
And that was like in the first few years of his career.
It's fucking acceptable that McDavid's only been in the playoffs twice. If you don't want to count the bubble year, 3 times if you want to count that Mickey Mouse thing. Jesus, it's so unacceptable, dude. It's unacceptable.
And the thing is, they don't even have to acquire that like crazy of talent. Just get competent wingers to play with them.
Exactly.
No, like, I'm sorry. Go get Patrick Kane or something. Like, you need to go get this guy actual talent. Like, I know what you're saying. Like, yeah, go get like 2 third liners. Like, go get 2 Brandon Saad.
That's the thing. They could have done pretty much nothing. Like, they had the $21 million in cap space a couple of years ago. And they got Cody Ceci and like all these
Duncan Keith's contract.
Yeah,
Cody Ceci.
Once again, what do we always say? I don't know why they looked at the 2020 Leafs and 2019 Blackhawks and said,
That's our guys. That's what I want.
No. My favorite quote was when Ken Holland got him, and he's like, "Well, the players told me, playing against him in the bubble. That's like, no, he was sure tough to play against." I'm like, no. They told you they were having fun playing against.
Who'd you talk to, Zach Cassian? Like, shit. McDavid had 9 points in 4 games. Oh my god, I can't, dude.
You know why Keith looked good? Because Keith wasn't playing against good players. McDavid was cooking Oli Mata and company. Oh my god, dude.
Disrespect to Oli Mata.
This isn't even like use evolving wild graphs. Use your fucking eyes and your general knowledge. You don't need to think to understand that part.
You know what? Perfect example of what is this organization doing? Why are we trading a young defenseman for Warren Fogle? Like, that's what he thought the bottom 6 acquisition was going to be a couple years ago. Like, really? Guy who's gotten 15 goals, I don't know, maybe once.
On a much better team than yours.
Like, dude, I wouldn't have even knocked him if they, like, threw up a bunch of money and traded for, like, Jason Zucker or some shit a couple years ago. Just go get someone who pots, like, 15 to 20 a year.
We've tried nothing, but we're all out of ideas.
Exactly, Pierce. Exactly. It's so fucking true. Like, oh, my God, we tried this. We tried Brendan Perlini, guys. That's it. I guess we couldn't find a bottom 6 winger this year. Better luck next time. Let's go get
Shucks. I guess that's it for wingers looking at this year. Maybe next year. Oh, shit.
Cheers. That's the best thing we said about Ken Holland.
That's going to be
You tried nothing, but we're out of ideas.
Oh my god, it's just so bad, dude. It's so bad. And the worst part is, like, the Oilers could just go on a 5-game win streak, and none of this matters.
All this is irrelevant, and that's probably what's going to happen.
And that's the one.
You know how we talk about the Leafs bullshit every year? We talk about the Leafs bullshit. This is the Edmonton bullshit every year.
Yes.
They have the same shit every single year. It's the Oilers' mediocrity. It's the Leafs losing in the first round.
Except the problem this year with the Oilers' mediocrity is there's actual good teams in the Pacific, so they're not going to make it this year.
Mm-hmm.
Like, sorry, Seattle's not slowing down anytime soon. LA's starting to pick it up again. Like,
dude,
LA, by the way, we're
and
fun team to watch LA.
Like,
and then, like, Logan Thompson's, like, called her dark horse with Vegas. So, like, have fun with that.
Really?
Oh, and Jack Eichel's back for Vegas. So, like, your time to gain on Vegas is over now. If you even could.
That's not going to happen. They're not making the fucking playoffs. I'm sorry. That team is just.
And honestly,
no, they'll squeak in because Nashville's going to sell Matthias Ekholm, remember?
Forgot.
And honestly, like, it
Put him on the wing on McDavid.
Here, but
Dirty
the
goals.
playoffs might be beneficial for them in the long term because there might actually be like changes. Because if they go on another 5-game winning streak, we're going to talk about how McDavid is good instead of this is a mediocre team that is driven by McDavid and Draisaitl. And yeah, Stuart Skinner does not deserve doesn't deserve this either. Like, he deserves his props. He's been great. Like,
to be honest,
God, you're 100% right though.
Nobody besides
might be the
Evander
best
Kane.
thing because then they fire Ken Holland finally. If they miss the playoffs, you got to fire him. Like Jay Woodcroft, I don't think he's getting fingers pointed at him, and he shouldn't. Like the guy can't go on the ice and score goals for him and stop pucks. Like,
yeah.
Ugh. Whatever.
No, like Jerry Woodcroft, like I think he had a good year last year. I feel like they kind of caught lightning in a bottle, like with that playoff run and just how well they played. But like I don't know, like I don't think he's an amazing head coach. But I also don't think he's a bad head coach either. Like it doesn't even have to be like the amazing talent you acquire. Just acquire competent players to put on that team, and they'll be fine. Really, that shows you how good McDavid and Draisaitl are. Just give them some decent help, and they'll be on their way.
He made Pat Maroon a 30-goal scorer. Like, holy shit, you don't have to put that much shit around him.
No.
Oh, my God.
They could use an Andreas after the CU.
They already tried that once. Ken Holland's not going down that well again.
Hey, but Mike Green, though.
I'm trying to think of I was trying to think like any spare forwards the Hawks could move, but no.
Max Domi would literally be perfect for them.
Max
I don't
Domi
think
would
he's
be
moving.
fucking perfect for the Oilers. He's their Kane. That'll be their Kane replacement.
I only don't mention this.
Dude, you put him and Evander Kane on the same line on the third line, and you just say, "I'm gonna annoy the shit out of everyone."
Yeah,
like
hate Kane, but have fun playing against that.
Exactly. And I still think they should just I don't know if Patrick Kane's gonna want to do it, but dude, if they could pony up and put Kane with McDavid and Draisaitl, just that power play is just going to be 50% for the rest of the year. Like, holy shit.
Yeah, that'd be pretty good.
Oh, my God.
I just want Ken Holland to get off his ass. That's all I ask. Just actually put shit around your generational talent.
Something.
Draisaitl and Kane would be spectacular.
Yeah, the poke it with a stick meme, Pierce. Do something.
Or Jake McCabe. I don't think Jake McCabe. He has a 17 no trade card for Canada, but
he's got a 7-team no trade. I am almost confident all of that is Canada.
Yeah.
Maybe Arizona's one of them.
10 of them are Edmonton.
At least he lives in Arizona. It's nice.
Canada.
But enough about the Edmonton tirade that just took 20 minutes.
Dude, we need to put time on this because we're I don't care. Draisaitl is pretty much close to a generational talent.
He's the second best player in the league. No one talks about it. He's literally getting Malkin syndrome. It's terrible.
Yeah, absolutely.
He went from he went from getting questioned as the most overpaid player in the league to now it's the best contract in the league. Not even fucking close. Even fucking close.
He had 9 points in his first 37 games as an Oiler, but that was the 14-15 year where they got
he got put
and then they sent him down to WHL halfway through the year, right?
Yeah,
because they realized it was fucking stupid.
Fast forward almost a decade, he has 678 points in 597 games.
How many goals? 3 something?
276, which actually I'm surprised it's not more, but
he's gonna hit that.
He'll probably hit 300 this calendar year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 100%.
Just a hell of a player.
Well, okay.
Last year he had 32 points in 16 playoff games.
Hurt on one leg, on one fucking leg. People forget that.
59 points.
Like I said, all the Oilers have to do is
games.
get in. They don't even have to be good. Just get the fuck in, and who knows what's going to happen when you have those two on your team. Because I don't care what game planning you do. I don't care what prep you do. Some teams have no answer for him. It's just simple as that.
Pierce, did you say 32 and 16?
Yeah.
Yep.
That's fucking. That's fucking.
And McDavid had more, if I recall. Like
for anybody listening, just a reminder: didn't Malkin win in a full playoff run with 30 something? Taves had 33 when he won his.
Every Conn Smythe winner for the Hawks had less than that. Just want to point that out.
I think the most was Taves with 28 when they won 20.
And those were good teams. Those are good teams.
Great teams.
Yeah, sorry.
That's 3 rounds worth.
Yeah.
Not even.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
This is why I don't give them the benefit of the doubt, dude. I'm sorry. You have known cheat codes on your team and you refuse to fucking add more. Like, it's unacceptable. I get trying to let the kids get a chance to an extent. Like, oh, we'll see if like Poyarvi and them can do it.
They can't do it anymore. 3 years ago. The time
exactly. This isn't the year to do it. This is not the year to. This isn't the year to test shit out. Just fucking go get as much ammo as you can and just go into that war and see if your fucking 2 Titans can come out on top. Because they almost did single-handedly.
Yeah.
If they don't play the best, if they don't play the Stanley Cup champions, they probably do. Like, shit. I thought the Flames were, like, arguably one of the best teams last year, and they ran their shit in 5 games. They ran their shit. It could have been 4 if Mike Smith wasn't a fucking melon. Jesus.
Rasmus Anderson.
Oh.
Yes, sir.
Unbelievable, dude. Unbelievable.
By the way, McDavid had 33 points in 16 games last year. Over the careers.
But McDavid, guys, I wouldn't take him to win a Stanley Cup, John Scott said one time. Because, we take hockey advice from the guy who had, like, career 25 goals. Which McDavid had in
no. He didn't have
30 games this year.
25. There's no way.
Did McDavid have more goals in last year's playoffs run than John Scott had career goals?
Oh my god, I'm looking this up right now.
So Connor McDavid had 10 goals in 16 playoff games last year.
Christ on a cracker! Holy.
John Scott has 5 career goals. And he's on here saying, yeah, I wouldn't take McDavid on my fucking Stanley Cup.
Dude, he has double.
He said, no, and what makes it worse is he doubles down and goes, yeah, I take Kucherov for his 200-foot game. And, like, I just lost my shit. I couldn't do it. I'm sorry. I couldn't. I'm just like, there's so many players. Keep in mind, never chose Bergeron either. Never chose Bergeron to use for a 200-foot game argument. Chose Nikita fucking Kucherov, guy who literally takes a day off in, like, 70 feet of the ice.
Does cardio.
This is who we're giving platforms to. Like, it's just insane.
He literally watches the game like we do.
Nice.
Nice.
This is nice. Okay. Yeah, I like what they're doing. Like, you don't do a fucking thing.
Oh, shit, fuck, yeah.
God.
Oh, wait, I'm paid to do this. Fuck.
He's just pissed because he would not have a job in today's league because what he did is dead now. That's a dying breed of player. You can't just be on a team and be an ass kicker anymore. You gotta actually do stuff.
Listen. I know the Hawks get a lot of value for Taves and Kane, but I mean, how do you lose a 200-foot game like Patrick Kane's? You don't see that, You don't see that in generation.
Really like Jonathan Taves on puck skill.
I just like, holy shit. I need McDavid to win a cup to shut these idiots up so fast.
Yeah, Dylan, I owe you an apology because, yes, people are already having that dumb fucking conversation.
Leon Draisaitl, 59 points in 37 games.
Well, because remember, Draisaitl was cracked as shit in 2017, remember?
Oh, dude,
because McDavid wasn't really, like, doing much in 2017, but Draisaitl was cracked out of his fucking mind.
Dude, I was at the game Game 6. That's probably the most electric crowd I've ever been to.
Dude, I remember watching that game. Well, I remember watching Game 5 and 6 because 5 was just.
Oh, dude, the Oilers probably should have won that series and gone on to the conference final. They might have even gone to the Cup final that year. Dude, we could have had McDavid and Crosby in the Cup final, but no, Anaheim had to lose to Nashville, and then Nashville had to.
Dude, we almost got Nashville, Ottawa. We should just count our blessings at this point.
That is a really good point.
Dude, Gary Bettman might have actually went into cardiac arrest if that was the Stanley Cup final.
You know what? I really wish that would have happened. So that's kind of anyways. But
God, that Final Four sucked that year. It was Ducks, Preds, Penguins.
Dude, I say this like every other podcast. How do we let the Pittsburgh Penguins win back-to-back Stanley Cups with Ron?
You can't keep getting away with it without Chris Letang for one of them too. Like what the? Top pairing Ron Hainsey, guy who never played a playoff game until he went to Pittsburgh.
I'm pretty sure he still has the record for most games played before a playoff game, and then he won the cup the first year.
And then the Leafs said, "I need that. We're pouring him in. We're putting him in Morgan Riley for the rest of the year."
And then the Senators said, "Let's play him alongside of Thomas Chabot." Remember that?
Jesus, they did. Oh my god. God bless Ron Hainsey.
Yeah, but I can't believe.
Yeah.
I'm kind of back to like the UC Saros game. I think Carolina outshot Nashville like 67-25. And then I saw a tweet. It's like this is the shot line of every Penguins Capitals game from 2017. It's
real, fucking real.
Oh man,
it's so true though.
I gotta look up what game was or what day was that game again. I gotta look that up. 67-25.
That's not a real stat here.
That's 42 shot differential. How many times in this season so far has a team got 42 shots?
And they shot 42 more.
Dude, they lost 5-3.
Brutal.
But I mean, Carolina's second in the league.
Carolina was my cup pick, if I recall correctly. They're looking mighty good right now.
I said at the beginning of the year, Edmonton, Carolina. I think I'm going to switch that. I'm going to go.
You think so?
He's going with Toronto now, totally.
Yeah, Toronto's moving back to the West, just like in the 90s. Let's go.
I'm putting 40 down on
back to the Campbell division. Let's go, baby.
Gone to the earth. I'm taking Eagle down. No. But back in 1993, just to go back, to bring more heartbreak for the Leafs, they were up 3-2 against Wayne Gretzky's Los Angeles Kings, and then he took that high sticking penalty. Okay. And then the Kings won in Game 7, but then they got destroyed by the Montreal Canadiens. If the Maple Leafs had won that series, it would have been Toronto-Montreal Cup final in 1993. But no,
I know.
No. Anyways, just to make you hate your life as a Leafs fan even a bit more, Jimbo. You're welcome.
Okay, you can't really make it worse.
Oh, can
you
I?
Get down to the bottom of the well.
Can't I, rather?
Start to dig in the dirt.
Watch me. Anyway, I'm just looking at the notes right now. Like, there's really not much to talk about the Blackhawks. They suck.
What a fucking game he had.
You know what?
Fantastic.
Let's talk about Reichel.
Lucas Reichel's getting his first goal tonight. Book it, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, I hope so.
He was so close like 3 times on Friday. Oh my gosh.
It has been so long since I've sat down and watched like highlights from one player in a game on the Hawks and just watched turn Jacob Chikrin into a traffic cone, pulled the brakes on, almost got a good chance on net for someone else. I forget who it was he passed it to. Fucking blast pass, I don't know who it was. Tries to pull off. He has this cheeky little, he'll pull it in on the backhand and flip it up right over the goalie's shoulder. Tried that shit right away on Ingram. Was this fucking close. The guy's
Connor Ingram was an Arizona Coyote, by the way. That's funny.
He was great. Against,
no match against Alex Stalock, but, he tried. He had a valid effort.
Also, can we talk about Alex Stalock and his fucking exit passes? Holy shit.
Blackhawks are a horrible team to watch this year, but whenever Alex Stalock is playing a game, it's entertaining to watch.
I've never...
And he's actually stopping the puck.
We talk about Mike Smith, or not us, but, old hockey men like to talk about Smith as, he was this, the best puck-playing goalie, when in reality he was the most puck-playing goalie.
Yeah, exactly. He just happened to play the puck the most. So.
Alex Stalock is a genuinely great puck mover. Genuinely great at moving the puck. He's so much fun to watch, man. So much fun.
It's a blast. It's like Tim Thomas, but yeah.
But he's really. Like actually watching an EA SHL goalie in real life.
He's like me.
No, Pierce, you're more conservative than him, surprisingly. That's what's crazy. Like, I'm sorry. Stalock comes out Stalock has no fear. Like, genuinely has
and I respect the hell of that.
It's awesome. He's got a 920 on this team because of it.
No, 921, even better. And he's 5'5".
921? Shut up.
Yeah. Not making it up.
Guess what?
I think
saw
he should
that
have
the
an
other day
extra
and I
win
thought I
because we
was
should have
like-
beat the Oilers that one game he went to Jimmy when he was in net.
Hey, we're gonna start a dialogue. Alex Stalock better save percentage than Andre Vasilevsky right now.
Dude, you get it. You understand.
I love that now everyone's dunking on Vasilevsky here in Tampa. It's hilarious. I'm just like, you
Oh,
idiots would be
Hell, is that
nowhere without
actually a
him.
thing? Get the fuck out of here.
Like,
I'm
you
not even-
idiots would be nowhere.
Dude, they're starting to turn into Boston fans with Tuukka Rask.
And Boston's so fucking spoiled. They were just about to find out what they had. They didn't know what they had until it's gone. And then, Linus Ullmark just becomes the second coming of Christ and just
By the
doesn't
way,
lose anymore. And then, dude, Swayman's having a bad year and they're fine. It's just like, what the fuck?
These are Blackhawks.
Like we said, Olmark's a good fucking goalie, and he's been fucking good for them.
By the way, Linus Ullmark's stat line: 22, 1-1, 187 goals against average and a 938.
When you play season mode in
Shut
NHL
up.
23,
Shut
like
the
what
fuck
the
up.
fuck
That's
is
not
going
real.
on?
That's not real. Oh my god.
Bro, that trade of Swayman, Lysell, and 2 firsts for Kane is going to be so nice. Oh, baby.
22, 1-1, 187, 938.
It's not 38, bro.
38?
It's not like he started 4 games. He started all of their games almost.
I thought you said 930. Oh, you gotta be fucking kidding me.
No, he's cracked out of his mind. He could literally have a bad week and probably still lead the league in every state.
This is what happens when a 6-5
regulation games in a row, he'd be 22-11-1. He'd still have double the amount of wins as regulation losses if he lost 10 in a row right now.
Insanity.
That's comical.
That's insane.
Oh man.
The Bruins are they're a goofy team, in a very good way, 66 points in 39 games. They might be on pace to have the most all-time points in a season. Again, they could lose 10 in a row in regulation, they'd still be 31-14.
Dude, they're on a better pace than Tampa was in 2019, which is crazy to think about. One thing that I just want to maybe make a point about this because we haven't really talked about Hart Trophy stuff this year. If David Pastrnak and Tage Thompson aren't getting Hart Trophy votes this year, I'm sorry, those voters need their votes taken or their ballots.
And how does Jim Montgomery not get the?
Oh, Jim Montgomery's walk-away coach of the year. Bruce Cassidy maybe would have won it in any other year, but I'm sorry. Yeah. Jim Montgomery is it's just such a good story. He goes,
dude, literally.
Yeah.
You go ahead.
Yeah. No, it's just a good story of second chances, man. The guy knew he made mistakes. He went to learn from those mistakes. He went to classes, he went to courses and stuff, and went to AA and whatnot. And he's back and he's coaching Boston probably better than we've seen him in what?
He's back
probably 5 years.
Cracked at Fortnite, dude. He's nuts.
Oh my god! Dude, you should see how he cranks 90s. It's crazy. But it's just a feel good story. It's very, very good story. And Boston, I feel our show has kind of learned to like him over the years a lot, but some people just can't root for him. Guys, they're not that bad. Sorry they beat your team.
You know what happened earlier in the year? It's a feel good story.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Forgot about their one blemish that they decided. Everything's going so well.
Their one little award for literally nothing.
Yeah, at the most inopportune time ever when they're on
money, by the way.
I'm not gonna lie, I was sitting here trying to remember what that blemish was. Oh yeah, that happened.
Yeah, he's made 700 or 300K since then.
Either way,
it's bullshit.
300K too much. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's sickening. I didn't know about that. What the fuck? He got paid?
Yeah. Not fun.
Not fun. Whatever. I'm not gonna lose sleep over it, but that's fucking bullshit. Bo Horvat's tied for 3rd in leagues.
Bo Horvat's on a 60-goal pace. Think about that for a second.
Let that sink in right now.
This league is fucking ridiculous.
If fucking Jim Rutherford was smart, he'd get 3 first-round picks for that guy, but he's not.
Oh yeah,
they're gonna extend it.
That's another fucking player that Hospital keeps tweeting about.
Knowing them, they're gonna extend Bo Horvat and trade Elias Pettersson.
And Quinn Hughes is gonna come to Chicago, just like it was.
No, he's going to New Jersey. He's gonna go play with all the Hughes brothers, and their back end's just gonna be a bunch of dudes who don't play defense.
That's already their back end. What's the difference?
Well, they just are prettier with Hughes.
That is true. That is
They're sexier.
More spinoramas.
more spinoramas and more faces on the bench staring into the abyss.
Exactly.
That's the Queen.
You like me for real, anyways.
For real.
Oh man.
Yeah, just to reiterate how good of a season Connor McDavid is having right now. 76 points, number 1. Draisaitl number 2 with 62. Jason Robertson, number 3 with 57.
Jason Robertson, what a fucking he came out of nowhere. Like I had friends, old hockey friends. I'm telling them like you gotta watch Jason Robertson. Like last year I'm telling them this and they're like, who the fuck is Jason Robertson?
Dude, he's on pace for 110 points and like
110. Oh,
yeah.
It was 100 at least. Holy fuck. Oh, he's on pace for 114 exactly right now. He's at that games played mark. Also, rest in peace, Schmidt.
Damn, Schmidt died. Oh no. Anyways.
Shut the fuck up. That's weird. It's not nice.
That's not very nice of you.
I'm reporting you to the Hockey Podcast Network.
You know what? Go for it. I'm tired of doing the stupid podcast. Anyways.
just have a full breakdown. I've been lying for a year. I actually hate this.
I worked my ass off to get where I am. And you think you can suddenly just become my peer because you're funny? This chicanery, you think he orchestrated it?
No, that's gonna be me sitting in court explaining why I killed Ken Holland.
You think someone just happens to trade Ethan Bear for Warren Fogle? He orchestrated it.
You think someone trades 2 second-round picks for Andreas Athanasiou and Mike Green? What a sick joke!
What a sick joke!
It was Mike Green and Athanasiou in the same deal, right?
Yeah, and then Mike Green played like 2 games and then
he got broken.
Retired, yeah.
He never played again. And then Athanasiou, and I got no offense to Athanasiou, but he just kind of does what he does. He skated up and down the ice.
Fast. He's like the Sonic meme. He's fast as boy.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. I feel so dumb for everything. Like I thought like I was gonna pop 20 at least this year. I really did, but you know, ifs and buts, candy and nuts, and yeah, blah blah blah. We missed you.
Yeah, we did.
We 20.
We actually cried together. It was very sad.
Yeah, it was like that Kendrick Lamar song.
Yeah, I too like swimming pools.
Really sick.
Dude, I'm trying to think of a Kendrick Lamar song that I don't know. I'm a fake fan. Anyway. Dude, I already said I'm quitting the show after this, effective immediately, okay? Don't have to worry anymore.
Guys, I told you.
As if I could forget a Kendrick Lamar song, as if I could make a mistake like that.
I know the length of the song.
Dylan, while you were gone, we were giving our defenses as whites. I can't speak. Sorry, you talk. My tongue is just not here, I guess.
Your tongue is in knots right now.
My tongue's in knots.
Might be in a twister.
My brain is falling on my ears. Jesus.
Call you Ken Holland.
No. Even I couldn't be as dumb as Ken Holland.
He's
I remember kind of back on the topic of the Oilers and even like to kind of highlight how mediocre the Canucks are. I remember they did this thing where it's like a potato who would do better, the Canucks GM Jim Benning or a potato, and it was just literally just like them drafting, and if they picked like the player like in the CHL with the highest amount of points, they would have had like a good playoff team. But no, it was like Jim Benning, and then he selected Jake Virtanen, and then you know how well that worked out.
I mean, dude, even this year for the Canucks, like Lekaramaki's having just a nightmare season this year,
dude.
Like,
and speaking of what could have been Canucks, at least they have Dylan Gunther. Am I right?
Yeah, but they got OEL signed just as long as Quinn Hughes. Like, there's moronic stuff going on.
That trade might actually be as bad as the Seth Jones trade.
It is, but it won't get talked about nearly as much.
No. Yeah, and JT Miller, like that's their Seth Jones contract right now. Except JT Miller is like miserable there. His teammates don't like him. Remember when he was like yelling at
my point production showing my
dude, Neil's just sitting there. He's like, "We're never gonna be able to trade JT Miller." I'm like, he has a no move. He was never moving to begin with. Like, you're stuck with him. Sorry,
he's yours.
Pierce, what was the fucking quote he had where he's like, "I like to think my lack of point."
Oh yeah, my lack of
shows my 200-foot game
on offense. I'm playing defense. Classic.
JT Miller, elite troll.
Honestly.
What a fucking! Wait, you mentioned his teammates still like him. I have not read a lot about the Nucks. What's the latest on that?
That locker room is like when you have like beat writers who have covered the team for 30 years coming out and saying like, yeah, that's the worst locker room I've ever covered.
Yeah, Thomas Drance is like, come on, it's like, yeah, the vibe is not there, and like everyone else.
Man.
Yeah. And the craziest part is they say if you take Horvat away from that team, it's gonna get worse. That's the crazy part. Horvat's keeping it together right now.
I mean, he's the captain, yeah. I mean, he better be doing it. Shit.
But like, Jesus, it's bad.
Guys, don't worry. Colin Delia's there. 3-1-0, 925 save percentage.
Colin Delia making sure these idiots. Oh, the Hawks scored. Let's go, baby. Lucas Reichel first NHL goal, baby. Hawks Nation.
Called it on the podcast. Happened
dude,
to say
and it's
podcast.
on the show too. There it is.
We are not. Yeah,
I'm gonna overdub it. And I'm gonna be like,
get it on the show.
We were just talking about it. He had like 3 chances last game.
Oh, that's.
Oh my god.
Awesome. Oh my god. Good for him.
Here's the number 1 pick, and Lucas Reichel gets his first goal on the same day. Future.
Oh,
that's awesome. That's awesome. I can't wait to see the highlight of the goal.
Ben Pope says he made a nifty behind the back pass to Seth Jones, then knocked in the rebound. That is my 2023 Calder winner, baby.
That's my winger to Connor Bedard in a year. Let's go.
No, dude, I'm telling you, he and Kurashev looked real. Like, there was some chemistry there.
Dude, Kurashev, that was the best I've seen Kurashev look playing with Reichel. Like, he and Domi, that's one line.
No, put those two on the sides of Bedard and just watch sparks fly. That is all. That is my New Year's resolution is to hope for that to happen enough that it happens. I'm gonna go.
My New Year's resolution is to stop all the pollution. Kendrick Lamar reference. Anyways.
Okay, you are worth
it. But honestly, think about it with the Hawks real quick. This is why, like, with the Hawks this year, I'm just kind of numb to them sucking because, like, worst case scenario, our top line for our prospects is Lucas Reichel, Leo Carlson, Frank Nazar. Like, that is fucking good. Like, that is a good, like, top line of prospects to have in your system.
Frank Nazar?
Oh no, we get Adam Fantilli. Oh no. We get the guy who's literally been growing in our backyard since he was 15. Oh no. Like,
man, oh man.
Dude, we're not in a bad spot right now. Like, with the way the team is. And, like, only thing that I'm worried about with the Hawks is just like they're like Powers is kind of hinting at that Kane Tays probably aren't going to waive, which I don't blame them. They have every right not to waive.
Dude, honestly, there's a part of me that's like, I hope they just fuck off, go to free agency, and kind of.
I think that's what they're going to do, honestly. And honestly, like for at least like Kane and stuff, like he there's no reason for him to uproot his family mid-season. He's got his Cubs. It'd be one thing if he had never won before, like Giroux. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like.
I mean, it's like, I wonder.
I mean, if Buffalo makes that playoff push, dude, I'll take a fucking Noah Olson or something. Or Devin Levi.
Yeah, Devin Levi.
Oh my god. I'm just saying, dude. Like you said, dude, Buffalo's got the position on the playoff spot. You want to talk about making a splash to make the playoffs? Buffalo goes and gets Patrick Kane.
I feel they don't make a trade with Kane unless like he's going to extend there. Like, and also if they do,
that's what I would assume. Yeah, it's a sign and trade to where he's there for 3 more years. You know what I mean?
You'll actually get assets, like decent assets.
Yeah, dude. But like, because like Buffalo's still got a boatload of prospects. Like, you could tap into there. Like maybe like. Since he hasn't quite found his footing with the roster, you could probably get paid.
Oh, Matthew Savoy coming to Chicago finally.
Pierce, we finally got Savoy. Let's go. And Savoy's kind of had a mixed bag of a year, so his value isn't like sky high like it would have been last year.
That's why he was left off the Canadian World Juniors.
Talk that talk. That's why Colton Dock made the team.
Yeah.
Also, shout out Colton Dock.
Seattle Thunderbird Colton Dock.
Oh, we didn't talk about this.
Perfect segue, Pierce, because I want you to talk about this. Because Pierce has been pointing it out all week. The CHL does trades better than the NHL. And Pierce, I just need you to take it away because you're
I put in the chat, like, it's the meme where it's like the the sad dog is like, it's the NHL GM's like, oh, I don't know if I can trade a conditional pick for a seventh defensive, and it's just like CHL GMs. It's like, I will mortgage my house and trade all the draft picks we've ever had in franchise history to get one player so I can win once.
It's like the NBA. It's very similar to the NBA style. It's fucking fun. It's teams going, hey, we want to win, and putting everything into it. Like,
they're literally dipping 5 years into the future of their franchise just to win maybe a WHL championship.
It's almost like you can give up a couple years if you like. I'm sorry, no one gives a shit if you're bad for 2-3 years if you win now. That's gonna hold you over for a few years.
That's all that matters.
Exactly.
Anyways, so yeah, the CHL, like, I think I mentioned this earlier on the show, there's like a couple days till the deadline. I think it's different days for each league, but like within the next like couple days, like it'll be wrapped up, and there's been some ginormous trades. So I'm just gonna go through Jeff Merrick's timeline because he's pretty locked into the CHL and what happens. So this happened an hour ago. Owen Zellweger, who was on the Canadian World Junior team and is highly regarded and someone I've liked for a couple years, he went to the Kamloops Blazers. Massive deal with as many as 4 first-round picks and other pieces going to Everett. Kamloops is hosting the Memorial Cup this year. And by the way, Kamloops already has Logan Stankoven, and they have Fraser Minton, who is a Leafs draft.
I do remember
my boy Fraser Minton.
Fraser Minton, baby. By the way, that was a Blackhawks draft pick. Like, that's the one they got.
Peter Mrazek will say how Kyle Dubas fleeced the Blackhawks by moving down 12 spots in the draft to move Peter Mrazek.
Peter Mrazek.
We won't have Fraser Minton.
Also, only bad part about Lucas Rickles' first NHL goal, he was wearing those ugly ass reverse retros. Dude.
He makes
it's ruined now.
It's ruined. You got to get another one. Might as well get 3. I don't know.
We got to go back in time and disallow the goal.
Yeah, should have had one last night.
Don't shoot it. Don't shoot it. Don't shoot the puck. It's not worth it.
Just don't shoot the puck.
Pass it back.
I was gonna say, yeah, he makes those jerseys worth it. He justifies those jerseys just by scoring that goal.
He makes them look better scoring goals in them. That's for sure.
Okay, back more on the CHL trades. Owen Beck went to Mississauga. This is involving a Blackhawks prospect, also on the Canadian World Junior gold medal winning team. Ethan Del Mastro is going to the Sarnia Sting alongside of Blue Jackets prospect Luca Del Bel Belluz.
That's an awesome name. What the fuck? Oh, that's okay. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Oh no. That's no. It's quite appropriate for that name. Anyways, Seattle, we touched on this, like they got Colton Dock, and it's funny because they have Korchinski, Allen, now Dock, 3 draft picks.
Yeah,
and there's a very good chance, like the Thunderbirds are the best team in the CHL, and I don't even know if it's really close right now. Like they're a wagon. Like not only do they have
getting over too.
Yeah, I was gonna just bring that up. Brad Lavich are gonna go to Seattle. Their goalie Thomas Milic was Canada's goalie at the World Junior, and probably, if I'm being honest, the reason why they beat the US and even got to the gold medal game in the first place. And they have a couple guys that are going to get drafted this year. They have Jerome McGinley's son is on the team. Like, this is a stacked ass team. Like, they're must watch.
Is he draft eligible?
I don't think till next year.
Okay.
Then
Dude, watching hockey in Seattle must be so much fucking fun right now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, that's great. Hey, we're gonna see 3 Blackhawks prospects win the championship together. So that's cool.
It's likely going to be Kamloops and Seattle battling out. And like Seattle gave the Oil Kings all they could handle last year. Oil Kings also had a stacked ass team last year when they won.
Well, yeah, last year was the year they went all for it because, like, I remember Lupin got traded to that team and like a bunch of dudes did, right?
Oh yeah, like I think the Oil Kings are the worst team in the WHL.
But that's what happens in the WHL. It's like you go for it one year and then the next year, like all your guys graduate and then you're fucked.
Yeah. Like, and I feel like that's why they go for those big trades is because there's such a small window to win. There's like maybe 3 years at most. Like it's hard.
You know what I'm ready for, Pierce? I'm ready for Nolan Allen to shut down Logan Stankoven.
Hey, the guy who was impressive was Del Mastro because Del Mastro was like a minute eater for Canada in the World Junior.
He played with Owen Zellweger.
I didn't know they had them. Like, I guess I should have realized that when he had the A and like he was playing top pair. But like,
no, he was on that World Juniors team in August. Like
they like him.
He was captain of the Steelheads before he got traded too. Like that's a guy. Blackhawks have defensive guys.
It'll be interesting. Yeah, I'm curious to see like if Allen and Korchinski get that chemistry to where like Allen could be the Jalmerson on that line. You know what I mean? Just like play the right side. That's the kind of game he plays. Like if you watch him, like he's a big physical defenseman. Like not really gonna be flashy.
He's the best undrafted signing this team has ever made, and he was not drafted by anybody. That's just awesome. But anyways,
also the Thunderbirds have like Breed Schaefer, who was the Oilers' first-round pick. They have Jordan Gustafson, who's a Vegas draft pick, and they have a couple guys that might go this year. Like Milic might get drafted, or he might even sign with an NHL team. And then they have Grayson Sotchin, who is also on the team. He might be drafted like second or third-round pick. All right. So, yeah, the CHL, it's just so it's so much more interesting that the trades that happen because they have such a small window. And I think I brought this up earlier, and I wonder like how much like if the Blackhawks had any influence of like Colton Dach going to Seattle, because I know that is a thing where NHL GMs will interact with like junior teams. It's like, hey, if you get my prospect playing time on a better team, blah, 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 we'll pick your players more in the fit. Like, there's a relationship to be had. And if you're a junior team, you don't want to fuck up a relationship with an NHL team because
there seems to be a bit of a power struggle, a bit of a I'm not going to talk about that, but anyways.
But no, I don't know. Like, I don't know if Kyle Davidson is literally like in Seattle, like, you need to trade for Nolan Allen, you need to trade for Colton Dach. But I feel like,
trust me, you'll love this guy.
You're gonna take him. You're gonna like him. I feel like
you're gonna take this Colton Dach, and you're gonna like it.
Well, there's got to be some small discussions for sure. Also, Shane Wright went to London.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Just that little. And Shane Wright went back to the OHL, which should have been the.
You should have done it like 2 months ago. But we're just
it's literally Leon Draisaitl all over again, but at least he won a gold medal on his birthday, no less.
That is true. Toronto scored. Oh, goal leaves.
Yes,
Callie Yarncroke, Mr. 15-goal man himself. From Connor Timmins, the Norris is coming home.
Way.
the Timmins Norris is coming home.
Stand witness, Leafs fans, and also Magic Mitchie Marner with the assist.
His 9 assists in 14 games. Just give him the heart now.
Discussion over. That's all his.
Oh God, that's funny.
But yeah, CHL has been like, honestly, I've probably paid more attention to the CHL this year than like the actual NHL, just because the WHL is so much fun. Like I've been kind of trying to track the OHL a bit more, and QMJHL is just meh. It's not really that interesting this year, and yeah, that's all I really got for the
JHL.
Sorry.
Sorry, I said the M stands for mid. I'm sorry. I'll shut up.
Oh.
Very bad. Very bad.
Good try.
It's okay, man.
I kind of wanted to touch on the World Juniors because like
that was okay. Can I just little asterisk? Can we not talk about what they said after?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna bring up. Besides that, like that was probably the most competitive, fun to watch World Juniors maybe ever. Like I had so much fun watching all the games. Like. Me and Schmidt were talking on this when we had Brock on. Like, no team went perfect 4-0 in the medal rounds. Like, at least, like I think Czechia was the number 1 ranked team, like overall, and they still lost in overtime to Sweden. I think it was like it was so close, even without Russia. And like the big thing with just like with not just like in World Juniors hockey, but like this has been a thing in international hockey, whether it's women's, even like men's, like. Oh, there's not enough talent, and I just feel that tournament just was a big fuck you, middle finger to all those people who say that, because that was some of the most entertaining hockey I watched. And yes, it was great, entertaining hockey. And by the way, Colin Blackwell just got a rebound goal off Sam Lowry shot, so it's 2-1.
I hate
and
of course, no, because I was literally dunking on Blackwell on this show too. Like, just what else did we talk shit about with this team? What else did we say?
Can you start talking about players, dude? Because you predicted Reichel's goal. You straight up said he's going to
Then
score.
I shit jinx fucking Blackwell's goal. Who else
Yeah.
did I talk shit about? Oh, Alex Stalock's getting a goal tonight. Get excited, Leafs Nation.
Empty net, Alex Stalock goal. Let's go.
Oh, that means Footer's getting a goal tonight. Jimmy, get excited.
Alex Kerr footer.
Let's go. Foot high. Rise up.
Me when Alex
Can witness
Leafs goal of the season.
Foot Nation, rise up. Let's go.
Rise up.
Foot Nation, rise up, baby.
I wish Alex Kerfoot played more like Ben Harper, to be honest. If he honestly moved the puck in transition like that.
Dude, if Kerfoot was an insurance piece on the third line and could shoot the puck in transition, maybe he'd be good. But he doesn't. So 3.5 to not shoot the puck in transition. Are you fucking kidding me?
So funny.
Yeah, but all in all, the World Juniors were fun. Like, I just competitive hockey right from the get-go. There's so much young talent. Like, obviously, and it's funny seeing Dylan Gunther get that goal because Vancouver fans, like, that's literally their Seth Jones trade, because we're always like, oh, if we could have Cole Silger. I think that actually might be worse for Vancouver, because like Dylan Gunther, that guy, he's gonna be something special. By the way, that was Colin Blackwell's first goal as a Blackhawk.
Oh, I know.
He's like, yeah, I know. Oh, trust me.
Oh, I know. He's been Pierce. We were both advocating for a signing, but that motherfucker just does cardio every night on the ice. So I'm glad he actually scored today.
Yeah, good for him.
It'd be nice if he kind of, I don't know, heats up,
Did
maybe
something.
puts up some points. He'd be a nice, like, get a fourth or something.
He really didn't have a goal in 32 games. Jesus Christ.
Yep. I don't know what happened to him. I know this team is shit.
Usually
Obviously,
Brett Cini looked better in one game.
That is top 5 AHL scoring forward, Brett Cini, to you.
I didn't.
Yeah, because you're goddamn right. The Ice Hogs best team you've ever seen.
Hell yeah, matey.
It's almost like we finally have a GM that actually gives a flying fuck about the farm team.
Development? What?
We were saying this every year. Just get some fucking veterans to play in the AHL. Stop throwing a bunch of
Butts Robinson. Let's go.
Let's see. Let's see. Just curious how
like back to the World Juniors to kind of wrap that whole thing up. Like Czechia, like that's a team that's back on the rise. They had like David Jiricek. That guy's gonna be something special. Slovakia, man, I really thought they were going to upset Canada. Literally, it took an amazing, like, Connor Bedard deking through that whole team to beat them and that goal. Like, I really thought they were going to pull up the upset. They didn't even send Slavkovsky the tournament, which they should, by the way. Like, again, guys just doing cardio right now.
That guy annoys me, and
I feel bad for the
own fault. He just goes out there, he skates, and he tries, and he just gets fucking blown up. Teammates fight for him, and then he goes in another night and does the same thing. Like, he should not be playing in the NHL yet. He's not ready.
Pearson and I talked about this in Montreal. Like, no one should have played this year in this draft, and the only guy who maybe could have was in college. So like Logan Cooley was probably the only one that could have transferred.
Oh, Logan Cooley is that guy. I've never been more confident than me ranking him number 1.
Mm-hmm. I'm surprised he still fell to 3. Like, imagine Cooley in the Devil system right now. Oh God,
ooh,
so good.
Oh my God. Well,
people are gonna look back in 5 years, and Cooley's gonna go 1 in the redraft.
I feel like a big hockey fan for this. Is Cooley a winger or center?
Both. He's a center, but like he's gonna be.
We could play wing,
yeah.
It
just depends on like where he fits in Arizona. Like they'll probably play him center, but like.
Oh,
it depends. They still think Barrett Hayton's a top 6 center. So
stop it. Watch this.
They have Nick Rich there, and like Travis Boyd and every outcast Maple Leaf player.
I was roasting the fuck out of
and Curtis Douglas as well. Don't worry.
Kurt Doug,
C-Dog.
My boy C-Dog.
Yes.
Dude, you see Bedard at 6 points in his return to WHL.
Okay.
What?
Bedard.
Oh shit, not me. Sorry. I'm thinking out loud like Ed Sheeran. Go ahead, Schmitty.
Connor Bedard 6 points in his WHL return, career high in goals and 4. 70 points in 29 games or something. Decent.
No, we talk about players being funny good. He literally is so fucking good that he makes us laugh. He is literally funny good.
Literally. Oh my god,
Dude,
Eric Gustafson game-winning goal.
And
Get
it's so
excited.
funny
Lucy.
because coming into the World Juniors tournament.
Oh my god, Barrett Hayton scored tonight too. Like, of course this idiot did.
Good. Keep
Oh!
talking. Holy shit.
Are you
Yeah,
kidding
Brandon
me?
Saad just scored a goal. I think it's like God taketh, God giveth away.
Dude, Brandon Saad's been on like actually a wicked heater the last
He
few
has.
He's got goals in 5 straight.
Almost like he's a good player. What a shot.
Almost like this is what he does every year. He always
Okay, but I was
does.
told he is only good in the top 6, and if he's not in the top 6, he can't play in the bottom 6 because he doesn't.
I heard he was a third liner.
Yeah, you gotta worry about his defensive game, Pierce, okay?
Saad's got 5 goals in his last 5 games.
That is all right.
Decent.
Let's pass.
Imagine if like the Oilers had that or something, you know. Anyways, what were we talking
Honestly,
about
Brandon
before?
Saad
I
is
don't
like
remember.
exactly what the Oilers need. So,
I'm
and honestly,
pretty-
if he could develop, Dylan Holloway could be that. So,
I'm 99% sure that we plenty of times said that when Saad was on the block for the Hawks that he should go to the Oilers. I'm very sure we were beating that drum for a bit, and if not,
Dude,
there were
Brandon Saad for Oscar Klefbom. We can still do it.
Yikes.
Oh boy.
The Cleffer.
The Clef Bomber.
And the Lions have been eliminated from playoff contention.
Oh no. Anyways,
No.
Exactly.
Oh no, not Jared Goff.
Oh no, we don't see Jared Goff in the playoffs. We've been saved.
didn't like. Aren't they? It's the Rams, right? Aren't they firing their head coach? Are they firing McVay?
No, their head coach is just gonna leave.
Oh, so
Oh
very
really? Why?
Yeah.
Also, to
Wait,
update
wait, wait.
the Columbus Washington game, Eric Gustafson's goal was the only one that held up.
I said, yeah, I was like Eric Gustafson game winning goal in 2023.
Wait, Dylan, what has he talked about this? McVay? Is there anything going around as to why he wants to leave on his own?
Because he can make more money in TV.
Really?
And he's like not even 40. So like he can leave for 10 years and then coach for the next 20.
That's so fucking dude.
Just got
that's
married. Like he could do it. The world's his oyster. He could do whatever he wants with it.
Sean McVay's a cool motherfucker, dude. That's awesome. Get the fucking leave the. I'm on my chip. I'm just gonna go do some TV. I might come back and win a couple more. I don't know. I'll see. But talk to you guys later. Bye.
That's what happens when you're getting to coaching at like 29.
It's
Or like
insane.
a coaching prodigy. It's
I'm
crazy.
6 years young. Oh my god, I need to do something with my life. Jesus Christ. I need to go fucking get a Pulitzer or something. Pierre, you want to go like sales or something?
Sorry?
I want to save the whales, get a Pulitzer, kind of achieve some things at our age. You know,
Yeah, let's get a Nobel Peace Prize as well, honestly.
yeah, it's a good idea.
Let's like write a book about how, you know, we're great people and we save everyone, and then we'll get a
What if we
Pulitzer.
write a book about why we want a Nobel Peace Prize and win a Nobel Peace Prize for that book?
Yeah, just an undeniable writing duo of you and I.
I don't like you. You bully the Leafs.
Well, I don't like you because you like the Leafs, so I mean,
Dude, that's judgmental, dude. Come on, dude. Come on.
well, you know what? Maybe you should like be better and not cheer for the Leafs, and then write a book about that, how you stopped cheering for the Leafs and you were a better person because of it.
Oh, they're ruining my life.
This
It's the spiritual
ruined my life.
successor. This team is ruining my life. It'll be this team ruined my life.
This team ruined my life. There is no coming back from this.
Let's see. Let's see the Colin Blackwell goal. Oh yeah, Sam Lafferty.
Doing a whole lot of nothing.
He's doing cardio right now. This is great. This is great radio right now. You watching Blackhawks highlights. Anyways.
Yeah.
What else do we have on the docket, Pierce?
Well, can pretty much. Well, we can. 2023 NHL takes. I feel like we kind of were like starting to get to that way because like, oh, who's going to win the cup this year? I still think it's Carolina.
Still Carolina.
I
Yeah.
want to see Carolina. They're just such a likable team now, especially without Tony DeAngelo and
Yeah.
They just have depth everywhere. Like if Anderson's injured, they got what they call him, the coochie man. They just they have depth all over their blue line. Their forward core is deep. They got Max Pacioretty. They're going to add at the deadline. I guarantee that.
It's like
they're poised to get
us in the NHL. Can we have personality? And they're like, no, we have personality at home. And the personality at home is the coochie man. Just shut the fuck up. Sorry, my bad. I just go on.
No, talk your talk, honestly.
You're
right. No, you're spitting, like, honestly.
Cook.
Ruptured.
I'm waiting. No, you ain't.
Oh, man. God damn it. Oh,
we're all over the place right now.
Well, as I've said a million times, isn't this what a podcast is for? But yeah, it'll be nice to see Carolina if they can get over the hump. Like they just have everything you need in a cup-winning team. And Colorado took them a few years, even took Tampa Bay a couple tries before they got to 3 straight Stanley Cup finals. And I think
this is the leap about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 impending. I think.
Yeah. But but
you make me feel weird.
Sorry?
Oh no, I'm just fucking. I said you're making me feel weird.
Good, Leafs fan, as I mentioned that already. I didn't cheering from a team from Toronto, am I right? Haha, no.
Yeah, fuck off.
It's funny because your team didn't even suffer the most embarrassing. Toronto team didn't even suffer the most embarrassing playoff loss of the year.
Yeah, I will say that jersey is fucking beautiful.
Oh, it's a black jersey. But what are your guys' hot takes for the 2020, the 2023, or the rest of the season?
Rasmus Dahlin wins the Norris.
Ooh, I like that one. But only if they make the playoffs, because you can't win awards if you don't make the playoffs.
Right.
You know, it'd be really fucking funny and horrible if the Oilers went on a fucking Linsanity run.
That'd actually be good because Connor McDavid in the playoffs is the best thing to happen in the sport.
No. But we talked about, you know, they make the playoffs. Holland still gets his jobs. You know, he still got job security. What if we get I want a fucking St. Louis Blues run from the Oilers. I want something fucking crazy out of them. No, fuck it. Oilers get to the conference or the Stanley Cup Finals, and fuck it, why not? If it's gonna be a hot take, might as well make it fucking hot, you know.
I'm gonna make it reverse of that. The Oilers win the draft lottery and get Connor Bedard.
That's just.
This is what happens. The Oilers are gonna miss the playoffs. Ken Holland's gonna get fired. They're gonna get a new GM, hopefully an actual decent GM, and then they're gonna win the draft lottery.
That's good. Well, not that last part, but the rest of that's pretty cool. I like the rest of that.
I think no matter what, we just don't want to see Edmonton, win because they have the 2 best players on planet Earth. Also, Tage is winning the Rocket. Like McDavid's scoring an unbelievable pace this year. Like he's gonna hit 60 probably. I think Tage Thompson not only wins the Rocket, he's gonna get close to 70. I think you know what? He's gonna score 69 goals.
I'm gonna say 65.
Nice.
I'm saying 65 for Tage. Point leader is gonna be McDavid. Assist McDavid. That's gonna be good.
Point leader Josh Johnson, goal leader
Colin Blackwell.
Yeah.
Alex Taylor, Vezina, and that's all she wrote.
Can Jujhar Khaira get the fighter award?
Jujhar Khaira Hart Trophy. There we go. We're talking.
He's gonna get the Marc Messier Leadership Award.
Oh, jeez. The mess.
I mean, Olmark's getting the Norris. Like, there's not really a
Zach
Norris. Now he's a defenseman now. Wow, good for him.
I always say Norris. Vezina. I'm sorry. Simmons is getting the Vezina. Don't worry. He's that good.
Calder, Logan. I'm gonna go with Logan Thompson because why the hell not?
So rookie leaders. I have not checked that in a minute.
It's just such an open race this year. Like Beniers is still in there.
Beniers. It's Beniers.
But I'm like, well, big little goofy. We'll go with
Kochetkov's in there too, I guess.
Coochie Man.
Is he a rookie or is he not technically a rookie?
I think he is. He is a rookie, Coochie Man.
Well, then we're in the money.
Is he a rookie?
Oh, no.
Yes, he is a rookie. There we go. Okay,
Barely.
we'll go Coochie Man for Calder.
Or Logan Thompson. Yeah.
What else? What else is there?
Yeah, it's Beniers. Yeah, that's definitely going to be Beniers. Though, would be interesting to see Paterka go off on this Sabres team.
Lucas Reichel's a better German, unfortunately.
I mean, you're not wrong about that, but
you don't have
you're not wrong about that, yeah.
Let's get on to the Twitter questions.
Oh, yeah.
Because we have those still. Like, let's not. Let's finish this off before we we
get who's in that? Is Alex Stalock in that? Because if Alex Stalock's not in that, I'm not watching.
Bro, that's the ultimate decider. Am I watching a Blackhawks game? Alex
Yeah,
Stalock on there? Hell no. I ain't watching that.
Hell yeah, he's got 917 so far, which is gonna lower his save percentage. No,
can't believe this. This is the worst thing that's happened to the Blackhawks this season so far.
One thing we didn't get to, and I don't think we really need to. You don't have to really explain much to fucking. I don't have to really say much to explain this. Panthers falling off from grace, as you put it.
Oh yeah,
yeah. I feel like that's just.
That's what happens when you trade an unprotected first-round pick.
What happens when you hire Paul Maurice? Fuck.
We really thought they were going to get better. Like, literally, Paul Maurice left the Jets, and they're like Josh Morrissey is a Norris candidate now. Like,
they're so stupid.
Oh my god.
Yep.
Way to be a boys club down in South Beach, guys.
Like, Jesus. Brutal.
Anyways, we'll get on to the Twitter questions now. The first one is from Jacob. There's like multiple in this. We kind of touched on it. I'm pretty sure this was the first thing we touched on the show. Who will the Bills? Jesus. Who will the Bears take first overall? Who's your preferred pick, Schmitty?
Trade down or Will Anderson?
Got it. Why isn't Kane traded yet? Well,
he doesn't want to leave.
Yeah,
also it's not the deadline yet, so
I don't think he gets moved.
He holds all the cards, and that's the way it is.
You have to ask him.
The whole reason why I wore this today, because he asked, where do the Jays go from here? And I actually like how the Jays are built right now. Like, they didn't have a super sexy move this offseason. Like, they didn't, he signed Yankees, but they did. Like, they didn't go, after Aaron Judge or anything, when he was on the market. But, I thought they made some, low-key good moves. They traded Teoscar Hernandez, who was, a fan favorite. Same with Lord Gurriel Jr. They traded both of them and completely changed their outfield. George Springer's still there. He's going to be in the right field. And they got Kevin Kiermaier, who is not going to get you a bunch of runs, but he's sure as hell going to prevent a lot of them. And that's what he's done over his whole entire career. They got Dalton Varsho, who's from Arizona, who's a guy that's on the rise. He's one of the best defensive fielders in baseball. And again, I know it's a little baseball. I'm going off what I've seen and just what I feel. So I feel like the Blue Jays have gone for more reliability than anything. They obviously got they in that playoff series against the Mariners where they lost both games. They had the 8-1 lead and then they just kind of blew it. And I don't think it was any one particular thing. I thought it was just a whole team collapse. So I feel if they kind of strengthen everything out, round everything out. In that Hernandez trade, they got Eric Swanson, who was a good relief pitcher. They got just a more reliable outfield, and they got rid of Ross Stripling, who was a good starting pitcher for them. And he had a good year, but that was his only good year. They got Chris Bassett, who's a guy who's a reliable number 3 pitcher. The only thing I would like to see them do is add maybe another starting pitcher, not a high end one, just a guy who can play number 5, because I think right now they have Kikuchi and then Mitch White, who I don't have much faith in either of them.
So many
and if they can add another left-handed bat like as a designated hitter, and someone can play the outfield. That'd be nice. But other than that, like I think the Jays are positioned quite well. Like I was reading something like Kevin Gossman had a really good year last year, but he might even regress. But like just because his outfielders when he was playing were so bad, if their outfielders are even just better defensively, he'll have like better stats this year, something like that. Again, don't know the stats about baseball, but I like how they're positioned right now, like in the AL East. Like the only team I think they're going to be competing with is the Yankees, and they played the Yankees pretty well last year. The only team that scares me, of course, is the Astros, because even if they beat the Mariners in that wild card series, they would have gone on. They would have got stomped by them, just as the Astros did to every other team that they played. But honestly, I don't mind where the Blue Jays are at right now. Again, they didn't make that sexy like splash. Like they didn't trade for Ohtani or anything or like Mike Trout. But like, they made some.
You became a fan. That was their sexy move.
You know what? That's a great thing. And on the topic of baseball, I just saw Liam Hendricks has non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. Sorry, and I hope he recovers from that.
Absolutely.
Anyways, that's my spiel on baseball. Also, the Edmonton Oilers the Los Angeles Angels are the Edmonton Oilers of baseball.
Yup, Mike Trout.
Dude.
Every time we talk about McDavid, all I can think is Mike Trout. I don't even know baseball that well, but I know the story, and it's fucking awful thinking about it.
There. That team has been out of an ALDS. Like they haven't even got to a league championship series with Mike Trout. That's actually criminal.
So Konechny has 21 goals this year in 33 games after having 16 this year. Weird. Anyways.
John Tortorella, baby.
Oh, shut up. I don't know.
What the fuck is basketball? I really don't care for basketball. When will I go to my therapist? I don't know, Jacob. It's up to you. And how do I give Pierce a hug? You know what? Send me a DM, Jacob. Come up to Edmonton and we'll hug it out, bro. This is from MP, who had the most surprising World Junior Championship showing. And I don't know if this goes to players or teams. Like Czechia, I think they definitely do have some talent, but I was surprised they got that far and pretty much.
Czechia has to be the biggest one, right?
Yeah, Slovakia as well. They could have easily.
Slovakia's goalie.
Yes, that's a good one. Adam Gajan.
Slovakia's
I don't say his name. Yeah.
Well, no, he had like 4 assists and he had like a 1.5 goals against. He was lights out.
Oh, I know. I just think it's hilarious. That entire team, fine. Their goalie was fucking nuts. What was his name again? Fuck.
Strawback or something.
That's an awesome name. I feel like LeBron here talking about the shit I know about this guy. What's his name?
Yeah. Is Bedard a Hawk? Not yet, but he will.
God, I hope so.
Dude, just watching that goalie score against Slovakia, I need it. I need that on the Hawks. It can't be on any other team. From Vish, do you like cheese? If so, what is your favorite kind?
Medium.
I'll just say this: it's more interesting on cheese. I wouldn't like. I love cheese. I'll eat any cheese except blue cheese.
You cheesing when I'm cheesing, Pierce?
Sorry?
You cheesing when I'm cheesing?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Pierce, what would you say? What is your favorite cheese?
What is my favorite cheese?
What are you cheesing, Pierce?
You might even say that's a good question. I don't know. What's yours, Jim Bob?
Well, I'm lactose intolerant, which is lots of fun. But
yeah, I mean, you just ruined the whole question.
I know, no, but hey, medium cheddar is always a great go-to. Not much lactose in it. Very good. Never go wrong with cheddar. So I'm just gonna say cheddar.
Cheddar's solid.
Yeah, you cheesing? Yeah.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Dude, you gotta go Mutz. You gotta go Haka. You gotta get Gouda in there. And I would argue probably pepper jack.
But I like Monterey Jack. Yeah.
Dylan, if I could, I would eat all the Gouda cheese in the world. It's fucking amazing.
Dude, I freaking love Gouda. It's so good.
If you lactase, fuck.
Yeah, cheese is great.
And then Vish said underneath, if not, why are you a loser? So good thing we're not.
Because I'm lactose intolerant.
Simply tolerated. I don't know.
Simply, so much for the tolerant left.
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Oh, what, Jimmy? You lactose intolerant? Oh, I thought you were part of the left.
So much for the tolerant left.
Oh my goodness.
This is from Zach. What have you thought of Wyatt Johnston so far through the season? Again, like I haven't paid much attention to the NHL, especially like if you're not like if I can't look at the NHL app and look at the stats, like I probably have lost track. But like Wyatt Johnston was a guy I liked in the draft year, and clearly he was good enough to a point where Dallas kept him and not let them go back to junior because he could have, and didn't go to the World Juniors either. So
He's on like a 20-goal pace as a rookie. It's very good.
yeah.
As a 19-year-old, I want to say, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, very impressive.
Solid, I would say, definitely. But let's look at his stats. So, 11 goals, 40 games. Yeah, he's on pace for like 20-plus goals. Yeah, that's not bad.
There you go.
From Toronto, Ontario, Canada. And then the last question, the most important question of them all. Who's got the sexier voice, Schmitty or Papa Pierce? This is from Patrick.
Papa Pierce, easily.
Well. Don't make me blush now. But pretty, you do have a sexy voice, but like I think I have a pretty sexy voice too, so I might even just have to go with myself.
Yeah, you go with yourself. Trust me.
Anyways, well, that's it. That's all. That's it. We're done. We're finished. We can. In the podcast here, my mouse decided to stop working, and I can't move, and I can't end the show. Oh God!
Oh no, we're gonna be on this one forever.
Oh no! Now we're
Oh no!
5-hour
Better get
podcast.
paid well, dude. This sucks.
Let's see if this other mouse works. I'm literally just like switching mouses on the fly so I could like get this to end. Maybe it doesn't want it to end.
Dude, just use. Is it a touch screen? Please tell me it's a touch screen.
No, it's not.
Oh, dude, you're so broke. Like me.
Oh, I know, bro.
Like, bro, get your money up. Like,
Broke ass like me.
broke ass.
Maybe you can spend it on your Blue Jays jersey, your Maple Leafs jersey. You could afford an air fryer. Hang on.
Clearly.
Hey, this is all I need. It's all I need. I'm good. If you don't have a Blackhawks elf on a shelf, you're broke as fuck.
This is all I need.
All I need is my
Dude! Oh, Dylan. Hold up.
No, it broke!
Dylan. Dylan, Merry Christmas.
Yo! It's fucking Kosa.
Yo.
Oh, this is your fucking.
But you have the key
Oh,
on,
hell
you have
yeah,
the key
dude.
on a reef, though, is the real question.
Got that the motherfucking hot boss night.
All right.
You
My
two have
mouth is
presents
working,
on the
guys.
way.
We can end the podcast now.
Oh, what? I wanted to be here for a day.
But guys,
Damn
I
it!
have
24-hour
no
podcast
plans.
isn't today? Fuck.
All right. So, gentlemen, it was a pleasure doing this with you. To anyone that tuned in, thank you for tuning in. It means a lot. Give us a 5-star rating on your preferred podcast platform. Subscribe to us so you don't miss any new latest podcasts. And if you're watching this on YouTube with our beautiful, sexy faces, subscribe to us. Pull on the notification bell so you don't miss any of that. And spread the word. 2023, you thought 2022 was a great year for the PBS cast. 2023 is going to be even better.
Yes,
sir. Anyways,
Thanks.
gentlemen, hope you enjoy the rest of your nights. And hopefully we see a Lucas Reichel hat trick with a Blackhawks loss. That's the ideal scenario, I think.
Yes, sir.